Jim Watson is the mayor of Ottawa. This is what Jim Watson, the mayor of Ottawa, wrote to Justin Trudeau in an email that I'm sure he never thought would see the light of day. Well, in the practice of law, my father always didn't just say, he made me understand and made me live by. Draft everything as though one day it's going to find its way under the nose of a judge. Because it will. And if you do that, even if it doesn't, you're going to weigh your words and you will not be embarrassed with the things that you have said, thinking no one would ever see them. And I've got to take that back. I don't think that was my father. I think that was my first mentor. He knows who he is if he's watching right now. If you draft everything as though it will be read, your email will be hacked, it will be leaked, someone you don't like who you sent it to is going to use it against you. If you draft everything as though a literal judge or a metaphysical judge is going to read it, you will not make these types of egregious lapses of morality. Or maybe it's just a moment of honesty. Jim Watson, mayor of Ottawa, represents all Ottawanians, not just the ones he likes. Listen to what he wrote to Justin Trudeau. And this is in their evidence.
Yeah, you say, the Prime Minister asks how you're doing. You say a challenge for anyone, everyone, still a pretty unstable situation. Nasty people out there that just don't represent Canada. Reminds me of the Republican Party down south. Can't reason with them, so vulgar and hateful, attacking people, ripping masks off, honking their horns. Yeah, you say, the Prime Minister asks how you're doing. You say a challenge for anyone, everyone, still a pretty unstable situation. Nasty people out there that just don't represent Canada. Reminds me of the Republican Party down south. Can't reason with them, so vulgar and hateful, attacking people, ripping masks off.
So this might not have been an email or a text. This might have been the transcript of a phone conversation. Same principle. Can you believe what this man just said to Justin Trudeau? And Justin Trudeau's absence of a response. I mean, these are two people, like-minded individuals, talking amongst each other in the most hateful, vitriolic manner possible. And hatred and vitriol, while accusing others of hatred and vitriol.
Honking their horns. Yeah, you say, the Prime Minister asks how you're doing. You say a challenge for anyone, everyone, still a pretty unstable situation. Nasty people out there that just don't represent Canada.
Disagree with me? I write you off as not representing Canada. By the way, there's so few of them that it was a national emergency. Jim, maybe you don't represent Canada. Has that occurred to you? But can you imagine him speaking so honestly because he's speaking with someone who he views and is like-minded? But it gets nasty.
Reminds me of the Republican Party down south.
Reminds me of the Republican Party down south. Can you imagine the mayor of Ottawa suffers from Trump derangement syndrome? I mean, can you imagine that it's so pervasive? And by the way, we talk about TDS as a joke. TDS is just a sub-variant. And I'm saying like a sub, what's the word I'm looking for? Embodiment. A materialization of an actual mental disorder. I mean, there's a mental disorder that causes people to behave like this. It manifests itself. That's the word I was looking for. A manifestation in TDS. TDS is just a manifestation of an underlying mental disorder, behavioral disorder, personality disorder, whatever you want to call it. Nasty people like those Republicans down south.
Can't reason with them. So
can't reason with them.
Vulgar and hateful attack.
Vulgar and hateful. After everything that this man just said, which is vulgar and hateful, he's calling them vulgar and hateful.
Attacking people, ripping masks off, honking their horns.
They outrage. Hold on, sorry. They outrage over what they want conservatives to be, not what they actually are. They project what they think conservatives are because that's what they see every time they look in the bloody mirror.